Hello again. So I was playing Metal Gear Solid the VR missions. It kind of reminded me of playing Metal Gear with my brother as a kid and as an adult. So I thought I'd have a quick chat about that. I was going to play Metal Gear for VR missions, but I raged pretty hard last time, and I'm not in a very good mood today. So I thought, fuck it, do something else. So first, let's talk about this one. Metal Gear Solid for the PS1. I remember going and hiring this with my brother and not quite knowing what to expect. I don't think up to that point I've played a game where you actually have into stealthy, do your stealth kind of stuff, and it was weird. I found it a bit hard to get into at the start. Mostly because I was really stupid and when did this come out? Like 1999. So what was I? I was 12. I was 11 because I was 12 at the end of the year. So just imagine being an 11-year-old and playing this for the first time, and it's a daunting task. I remember getting past the bottom bit quite easily, but after that it kind of went to shit for me because I could not find the vent to climb into the tank hangar. And after I did that, I couldn't find the ladder to go get the DARPA chief and Merrill. I'm just remembering all this shit now. And I remember, me and my brother were both playing separate games, both had our own memory cards and whatever else. And I remember his one. He was up to the part after the DARPA chief dies. And I was watching him play it, so I knew he was after that part. I knew it would happen. I knew what had happened up to that part. I thought, fuck it. While he's away, I'm going to copy his save game. I'm going to start from there, the fucker. I couldn't figure it out. And eventually, we both got through it. I thought, actually, you know what? I got through it. I don't know if he did. I don't remember that much. But it took me about 17, 18 hours, or a very long time. And I'm like, fuck, this game's fucking awesome. Let's play this again. And then the next time it took me 2.5. 2.5 hours to do it. So that was cool. So, Metal Gear Solid is one of those games I did play with my brother as a kid. There was a lot of them. And I don't remember a whole lot of them. I didn't remember playing this until I was playing it here, and I'm like, oh, I remember doing this and having a laugh about it. So that's Metal Gear Solid 1. Now, in the years we kind of skipped 2 and 3. I don't know why. I don't think we just didn't buy it, I guess. I played them later on my own. I think I borrowed them from somewhere or someone. But then Chris, my brother, got a PlayStation 3, and he got Metal Gear Solid 4. This one here. This is my limited edition with a bonus disc, which I've never watched, to be honest, but if you haven't seen it, it's just a Blu-ray. With like an art card in it, and it doesn't say what's on it, I don't think. I always like the, sorry, I know I shouldn't be reading shit just blindly while I got the camera on, but I always remember the English on this one when I first bought it. The last mission for Snake was to self-exclusion. Yeah. Anyway. So yeah, and of course this version doesn't have trophies, so I've 100% of this game. I think, no, I haven't 100% of this game. I haven't done Big Boss mode. But I've gone through on the hardest difficulty before that, and not getting caught, not killing anyone. And I've unlocked the tornado gun, which is fucking awesome. If I get a chance, I'll put up some videos of that later. If you haven't seen it, it's really cool. I'm sure you can Google it. But I remember playing this with my brother. He was working. I think he was doing an afternoon shift at the time, so that was between 12:30 and 10:30 at night. And he was working full time, and I was at uni, I think, at this time, or at high school. I don't really remember. I have a really bad memory for some things, and sometimes I remember stupid stuff that I really wish I couldn't remember, and then I can remember other stuff instead. But it doesn't matter. I remember playing this, and Like, one part I vividly remember is when you actually get to ride Rex. And I'm like... And at that time we were taking turns, and it was life by life, or level by level. And it was my brother's turn, I'm like, God, I hope he dies. Please die. I want to ride Metal Gear Rex. And he didn't. And it just goes, I could see you there praying for my death. I'm like, I really wanted to ride the tank. I mean, 4 games, I've really... Well, 3 games before that, you get to fight this huge Metal Gear, but you never get to use it. And this time you got to use it. It was fucking awesome. I remember when I first played it on my own, which was when I got this one. This isn't his copy, this is my copy. I got this a bit later. I remember playing and I'm like, come on, Skip, come on, quick. Get to the Metal Gear scene, I want to fuck that thing up, and that was so much fun. And you were fighting the other Metal Gear, I think. Once again, the things are hazy, but... And the one thing with my brother and my father both, they have a tendency to sometimes skip through cutscenes. And my dad skips through TV shows. You'll see him, you'll be watching TV and just be on fast forward with the subtitles on. Somehow he... I don't know, anyway. But yeah, he'd be skipping through cutscenes. I just wanted to punch him in the head, and then he got the fucking Metal Gear scene, and that pissed me off, something shocking. But I think he died on the boss fight after that, so I got to do a little bit of Metal Gearing, which was fun. But yeah, I think I'm just going to ramble on for a little bit if I can think of anything else, and then I'll end it. I think, like, this is a particularly good example of why it's good to have an older brother. You know, back when I was playing this, you know, me and my brother were pretty close. I guess we are now. It's just that, you know, he's got a family and I got a family. Both work full time. You don't really get to see each other as much, which is disappointing and depressing at the same time. Which I guess is the same thing at some sorts. But you know, sometimes when you do get together, you sort of, it all hits you in a flood. I don't know if you guys have ever had that kind of feeling where, you know, when you're kids, you have an... my brother's 2 years and 10 days older than me. So, when we were growing up, we were really close, you know, close in the same year. You know, when we were at high school, I was in, you know, year 8, he was in year 10, and, you know, we'd fuck around together. Like, I'd hang out with my friends just around the corner from where he'd hang out with his friends. So, we'd see each other every day, obviously at school and at home. And, you know, you become inadvertently close. You know, even if you don't mean it, you do. And, like, after all school and stuff, before he got engaged and got married, not that I blame his wife for any of this at all, but, you know, that's how it happens. When they get married, they piss off. But after all that, before all that, sorry, we'd sit in his room and we'd play games, we'd watch movies, because he had TV in his room and I didn't. Well, I didn't care for that kind of stuff. And, you know, and then it was during the day, if it was the weekend, we'd play, you know, Command and Conquer together, or we'd, you know, do something together. Go outside, play backyard cricket, you know, something like that. And I think I've gone off topic to where I started off, but that was one good thing about having an older brother. Not only are they generally smarter than you, my brother's not smarter than me. But at that stage, I'll give him some credit. And, you know, they're very helpful. You go through life with an older sibling, or an older sibling of the same sex, and you kind of, you learn certain things inadvertently from them. Not talking about anything romance or sexual. Me and my brother we'd never talk about that kind of stuff together. Me and my family aren't that kind of family. But, you know, with gaming, with friends, with more or less any kind of other knowledge, general knowledge, you could share it. And that's why I kind of, when I was playing the VR missions, I was kind of thinking back nostalgically to this, and just me going, fuck it, I can't pass this shit, I'm just going to steal his save game. And then after that one playthrough, I don't even remember if you finished it, and I just went, yep, this game was awesome, got to do it again from the start, got to do it all myself, and I'd done it in just a blistering time. Oh, God, I wonder if I still have that memory card. I still have the memory card, I wonder if I still have the save, I should say. Should probably check. Either way, just thought I'd do another context sensitive. I think this is episode 4. I See, that's another thing I don't remember. I don't remember what games I've done these videos on, or what game collection videos I've done. It all falls out my head. But I can almost, I can remember my locker combination from year 7. I can remember, like I was at work yesterday and a friend needed my user ID for something else. Basically, I have like 3 of them for 3 different tasks, and I only use 2 of them at a time. And he's like, and I haven't used it in months, like 8 or 9 months. And I'm just like, I'm walking over to him to give him the key, and I'm like, oh, that's what it is. That's my username. I completely forgot. But, I'll try to remember my own age sometimes, and it'll fall out my head. I am 25, turning 26. It's becoming easier to remember stuff like that, but not very easy. And you guys don't care, because this has nothing to do with gaming. So in the end, I will just say, if you are young, or even a young adult, I don't know how many young people will watch these videos, probably none, but if you're a young adult or someone who still has fairly good contact with siblings, make the most out of it, because when they leave it's depressing, and when you have your own life and you can't really interact with your family as much as you'd like to with your friends, it is kind of depressing. I come home from work at 7 o'clock at night, and it's now, I think, about 9:30, and I'm just getting ready for bed. So I get to spend 3 hours at home awake every day during the week, and it's not enough time to do a whole lot. After you eat dinner, you shower, all that kind of stuff. Time runs out. I was just playing a bit of Xbox in the other room, and I'm just thinking, oh, I'm so fucking tired. I just want to go to bed, but I've had this game for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and I've gotten through like an hour of it. And it's not great. Once again, I'm going off the rails. I started over here, I'm now somewhere down there. Sometimes it's good to get stuff off your chest, even if it is to an audience that you'll probably never meet. And talking helps stuff. Before I go about too much personal stuff, I'm going to leave it at that. In closing, I guess I'm not leaving that. In closing, Metal Gear Solid, amazing series. If you have not played it, I highly recommend starting with either number 2, number 4, or the Twin Snakes if you can afford to buy it, because it's like $100. Otherwise, see you guys next time. I'm going to get up and turn off the camera. Can't be bothered. Yeah. Oh, and I'll try to make some more VR missions videos tomorrow. I might have a day off work. I'll see how relaxed I feel in the morning. Catch you guys later.